now we're going to get to visualization. And because, and this is the Power BI stuff, to people who stuck around this long hoping I'd talk about it. Don't worry. We're talking about it now. Yeah, so it's very important. But yeah, but once you've gotten your data organized, like you understand why you need your data to be formatted in a certain way, and the strategies you need to succeed, well, Power BI takes all the things we need to do and makes it a reality. In fact, I believe BI, isn't that like business insight or business intelligence? Like, pretty much this is something that is used across industries. Yeah, it's amazing, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do. So what you need a way to store data. Power BI does not store data for you. It is not like Google Analytics or PlayFab. You need to find a way to store data and then send that data to it, which sending the data is pretty easy usually. But storing it, there are some options you have to consider. You need a custom domain email. This is a bit of an odd requirement. It's the only time I've ever seen it happen, but Power BI is very much a business thing. And because of that, they assumed at some point that casual Gmail users wouldn't be using it. I don't know. Maybe there's like a bot problem. But in order to access and download Power BI, let's see, Data Studio. I know that there are other competitors to Power BI. In fact, I probably should point that out now. Tableau is probably the biggest Power BI thing, which can really go head to head. It's just a lot more expensive, and I'd say it's probably better, but it's like hundreds a month. It's expensive. So you might have found a better solution. I don't know about Data Studio, but I mean, you watch. You take a watch at how Power BI runs and see what it looks like and the things you can do with it, and then you tell me, is Data Studio better? Because who knows? Maybe that's my next presentation. But yeah, so you need a custom domain email, which means you have to pay up to $2 to $3 a month, and now you can have @ custom domain name after your email. I happen to have already owned it for my own business, Night Cycle Studios @NightCycle. So it's fun. It doesn't cost too much. It is technically a barrier to entry, but once again, the cost to market a game is so much more. I really think it is worth it. And also, I mean, if you want to be a professional game developer, you're going to need to get a custom email at some point. You can't just keep doing business with a Gmail account. Let's see, the 1 gigabyte of RAM, 1.4 gigahertz processor. You can feel free to check that stuff, but I mean, you can check that stuff directly, or you can just download it and try it and see how it goes. You probably are above this. This is the minimum. And it needs to run on Windows. I'm so sorry to anyone here who uses a Mac in general, not even just for this. Feel bad for you. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, it is a Windows thing. Yeah, and that sucks. I would have loved to have it be cross-platform because I know Roblox development is cross-platform, and there are arguments, especially for certain artist roles, to have Windows, and also people who some of the most data-driven, intelligent programmers I know use Linux and all that stuff. But they're also probably smart enough to run a Windows emulator. But still, it is Windows restricted. I mean, it's owned by Microsoft. They didn't make it, but they bought it. You know, those monopolies. And yeah, so this is the analytics